Welcome to the first official episode, non-teaser, of Not Everybody Needs to Do the Thing. Guys, we made it.
Where we do the thing for you.
We sure do.
Amazing. We've got
How
talking
was everybody's
points.
week?
It was good.
It was amazing. Really good week.
Well, you had a great
I had a great week and weekend.
end.
Yeah.
But
Tell us
even
about
the
it.
week, I watched Begonia, which there's been a lot of talk about that. It was an early screening.
Yeah.
And it was really good. It was kind of unhinged in the best way possible.
Okay.
But I do think I had to process it. So it's a movie that it took me a second to figure out how I felt about it, but I loved it.
Top line of business. Did anybody listen to the Taylor
The
Swift
Taylor
album?
I already
that
heard
you
that.
had.
Yeah.
You
So
were
what
on
about
top
you
of
guys?
it. I listened to a couple of them.
I've listened to it in passing, like not
Not
cognitively
fully. I
paying
tried.
attention.
Yeah.
More like I'm working and it's been in the background.
Yeah.
And what are your takes?
Oh, for the
Share
two
with
ones,
the Swifties.
The Fate of Ophelia, iconic. I think that's like I think that's
song.
Taylor Swift at her
I like
absolute peak. That's like, this is why.
it. It's
I will say, and I hope this nobody takes as a diss, canceled. If they're making another Descendants movie, that needs to be on it. And I don't mean that as a diss. As I was listening to it, I was like, Sophia Carson hopping up to the song, like, all your friends are like, everything that thing says is so Descendants coded of like, yeah, it's sly. And like, I just, that's just my 2 cents. I think it should go on the soundtrack. Like,
Okay.
for sure.
Love.
I hope nobody
That is
takes.
not where my brain went.
And with that one, really, because I was like,
Well, I
it's
haven't
giving, like
watched
middle school
Descendants.
viciousness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
That it's
sure.
like nobody likes me, but I'm gonna
Or my friends.
or my friends. But that's why we're baddies.
And you know what? Period, Miss Swift.
Being evil is fun, and I like
I
that.
think you should be in a Descendants movie.
Now that's a diss.
Guys, I've never seen a Descendants movie.
I don't think I have
love-
either.
I have seen one, but because of the concept, I was like, that is so. You know, I
The
love an anti-hero.
villains?
That's my thing. I love a villain, and like a villain that you can love.
Yeah.
And I think that's the epitome of Descendants. They made a movie that I was like, nice.
I
Descendants
just
are people too.
missed, like, that's not my generation of Disney. So
wasn't-
I'd
Yeah,
never.
It wasn't my
missed it.
generation.
Oh.
I was gonna say, I was like, I don't think it's
No,
in
literally,
ours.
I'm like, I had no business watching that, but I did. I did.
And you bet your ass, Andrea tuned in for Descendants 2, 3, and now coming soon 4. You
No,
just
but-
love Kenny Ortega. You just love Kenny
Listen,
Who
Ortega.
doesn't? An icon. We owe Kenny.
Kenny
so
Ortega, we
much.
love you.
So much.
We love
I
you.
think you're so. That was
Honestly,
true
Kenny
statement.
Ortega, one of the best artists this world has done.
Absolutely.
He's one of the. He's kind of like Nora Ephron. A lot of people,
Yes.
when I want to mention
They
Nora
don't know
Ephron,
who-
they don't
yeah,
know right
but
away
they've
who
seen
she
her.
is.
Yeah.
But you've seen her movies.
Absolutely.
You love her movies.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Obviously, I think Nora Ephron is a little bit more highbrow. No Tina Shade, but like it's the same
Each have their
thing.
brand.
Like both super influential in our media
Yeah.
and raised us essentially. So
Yeah.
not
Kenny.
Kenny.
We love you.
Hispanics unite.
The Hispanics,
We don't even
love
know what
you.
he is. I don't know what he is.
there's an Ortega there. I
There's
don't
no
know.
He's- yeah,
exactly.
he's
he's
something.
gotta be something. Kenny.
He's the tanks.
He's a
He's in there.
Let's sing.
But yeah, I didn't really truly listen. I like it's
That's
like
okay.
you know, I like it as background. I'm mainly a
Okay.
folklore
Good.
girl.
I'm into Fate of Ophelia 100%.
I love
And they're making all these little like ACOTAR edits. And I just
Oh.
read the series, so
I
I'm
haven't
like
read it.
I haven't read it.
obsessed. And then Elizabeth Taylor, I love.
I
as a
didn't listen to
song.
that
Oh,
one.
That one I love. And Wishlist, once again. Those are
I
my
listened to
three.
Wish
You know
List
which
because
one?
of our episode.
The other one I thought was Eldest Daughter. That when I first heard the clip, that's like,
Oh.
I'm not a bad. I was like, what is she doing? Then I listened to it. I was like, no, actually, Bestie is speaking to us from the future of like how those were like quotation marks. I'm not a bad bitch. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think
Yes.
you tapped
'Cause
into
I thought
like an appreciation for it
Yeah.
that a lot of people have not found.
No, because when I listened to it, I was like, I don't think those words should be coming out of your mouth, Taylor. That's not your brand. But I think she recognizes that, and that's what she's being like. Quotation marks. I'm not these.
Like
Yeah.
she's in on it.
She's in on it. Yeah,
And
she
people are
wasn't.
not getting
She was
that.
not sitting in the studio being like, oh no. She was being like,
Okay.
not to the song, to the concept.
I like this take. This
You know?
might be a hear me out.
This might be hear me out. Hear me
okay.
out. Eldest
Hear me
daughter,
out. Eldest daughter.
highbrow.
Okay.
I
Oh.
think that's I think that's what I'm getting at.
Ooh, like
Ooh.
it's too highbrow for
It's
the
too
masses. They just don't
The
get
masses
it.
are being like, yeah, she using savage. Like you're trying to be cool, but I think she's trying like that's
She
what she's pointing at. Like
knows.
that's the
Okay.
slang of
Oh,
the
I
day.
like that.
Okay.
I didn't know that was gonna be a hot take. Okay.
So homework. everybody re-listen to
Everybody
Eldest Daughter.
dissect the text.
Give
Matt,
your line by line
Give us your literary
interpretation.
theory.
Andrea, our local English teacher.
Love.
I am available for hire.
This week's episode of Not Everybody Needs to Do Thing is, drumroll please, not everybody needs to be a clean girl.
Okay.
So to you guys, what is a clean girl?
Take it away, Danny.
Oh,
because
great.
you look very clean today.
I know you are
You're
super,
representative of it
polished,
today.
clean girl.
I thought we were gonna
I
show
know.
up dressed.
I
like
decided
the
to make a
assignment.
statement.
I think there's like two. Obviously, we had a whole week to really think
Yes.
about this, and I came down to like there's two different things. I think.
But
of,
before
like,
you had done it, like, what did you think was a clean girl?
I just thought it was an
Yeah.
aesthetic.
Okay.
I didn't think too deep into
Yeah.
it. I think like even then when we got our homework, like our assignments, I was kind of like, oh,
so
we're gonna
nerdy.
do all that. Like I thought it was just like do your hair
Yeah.
a certain way
Right.
and dress a certain
Yeah.
way, and it's like an aesthetic more than
Yeah.
anything. But I do think like now I'm like, yeah, maybe it is more like a lifestyle. I don't know, but it's just like
Yeah.
very minimalist and
Yeah.
clean. It looks
yes,
clean.
it looks
Yeah.
clean.
I
Absolutely.
don't know how to explain it, you guys.
I have to agree. Like
No, that's a good, yeah.
I found it very like a lifestyle. Like I also thought it was a very particular breed of
Yeah.
person
Agreed.
that like I think was just very. I had a picture in my head of what
Yeah.
that person looks like, does every day, the way they live, the way they like treat themselves, the body, the people around them, like all of that sort of stuff. And I didn't really think I resembled said look. And
Yeah.
so I thought it was an interesting, before we did the week, I was like, I wonder how this like perspective will
But
lead
you
me into
felt
this.
kind of like going into it, you were kind of like, I don't think I'm this girl. I
Yeah.
don't think this is gonna work out for me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Oh.
Yeah.
Immediately. What about you, Andrea?
I think I felt the same way, and I think I also had a very superficial idea of even the lifestyle, right? Of
Do
like
you
what
think-
yeah.
Sorry, do you
Like-
think you had a bias against it?
Yes, I think, but I think it also came from being like, I would never fit that standard, so it's easier to shit on it and be like, why would I even want to? It's fine, don't let me in a club. But then you try to be in a club, and it's like, no, actually, never mind. But yeah, I do think, and I think there's like that TikTok sound that's like, I love Pilates, matcha. And to me, that's what encompassed like the whole
Yeah.
thing. That it's just like,
Pilates matcha and that like really tall aloe sauce.
yes,
that goes over your leggings.
exactly. That's like, that was a clean girl,
Yeah.
right?
Who are representations of clean girls to you guys? Our friend Dani is mine.
Yes.
Our friend
cute.
Dani
She
is mine.
kills
Shout out,
and
Dani.
she
Little picture of
eats
Dani right here with
that
her
shit.
consent.
But see, Dani's such a good example because it's like,
To me, she is so put together.
exactly
From an outsider's point
Yeah.
of view, if that makes sense.
yeah.
Because she was like my reference.
No, me too, absolutely. And like even like her lifestyle vlog, which I
Yeah.
like, it's such a, what do you call that? Is it
Very social.
aspirational?
Oh,
And when you eat that on
Yes.
it, like
Mhm.
any kind of like Instagram or social media, it feels like so
Yeah.
aesthetic.
Yeah.
What
But
about
yeah,
you, Liana? Do you have
She,
anything?
I think for sure I hadn't thought about it, but now that you guys say it, I'm like, oh, she makes the whole lifestyle seem so effortless.
Mhm.
that's the
So
thing. It feels
definitely
so
her, but I don't
effortless.
think I had anybody like,
I thought of
as
Hailey
a-
Bieber. Like she was like one of the
Okay.
first few
Yeah.
that it was like, I think the clean look,
Yeah.
even the makeup, it's like very minimal,
Very glowy. I mean,
gold hoops and like gold like it's just very put together,
Yeah.
but it's so effortless that it feels like,
Mhm.
oh, like you just roll out of bed and said,
this is
okay,
you. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
here.
I get that. Who is a clean girl in the sense of like, what do they do? What do they believe in? That
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah, like yeah, what does it stand for? Because that's what I mean when I said, to me it was like a very superficial. I was like, it's
Yeah.
so focused on like presenting yourself to a certain way to the
Mhm.
world that's it. That's enough. You know, where I feel like I'm someone that's like, you're trying to constantly find ways to like make yourself be seen.
Mhm.
I don't know if through clothing or through other things, but I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I had a prejudice against it.
That's interesting.
that way.
Yeah, that is really interesting. I
You
think
know?
coming from a place of thinking it's purely an aesthetic,
Yeah.
I don't think I had a biance against
Yeah.
it. I think I can relate to you guys of like, I didn't think it was for me, especially
Mhm.
when you said, wake up at 5 a.m. I said,
Which none of us did. Which we'll get to.
I was like, oh, that's not a thing I do ever.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's going to go. But I think like from content I've seen
Yeah.
online, I think clean girl is kind of like female version
Mhm.
of like the overachieving, hyperproductive,
Mm.
masculine
Mhm.
influencer that we see online.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I say masculine very like
Loosely,
masculine
yeah.
because it's that same thing of like wake up at 5 a.m. and do 10 things
Grind.
before your job, blah,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, yeah,
And it just feels so strict and rigid.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I think also that's why I didn't think of Danny, because her content does not give that. Her content gives like
Yeah.
effortless and
Exactly.
like life is so good to me and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
amazing and I love it. But I really did have that idea of like the clean girls of the internet are so militant with their lifestyle.
But
And
you just made me think of something that is
Yeah.
such a good point, because I think it's exactly that. But for women, it is expected to look effortless.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, they're doing the exact same thing of like, but you can't present yourself as like, oh,
A
but
mess.
this is taking
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
much,
So much
out of me.
effort.
But exactly, you're doing the same thing men are doing.
No, yeah.
Just the final presentation has to be entirely feminine and like,
Yes.
no,
I'm just floating.
I'm
easy for me.
ethereal. Yeah, like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So that's a really
For me, I've very much felt it aspirational, which I think is
Yeah.
a crazy, like, the way this whole conversation has gone,
Mhm.
because it's like, for me, yes, there was the militancy of it,
Yeah.
but I was like, wow, what determination, what what a
Absolutely.
drive to get your stuff done, and like to do this every
Yeah.
day, to be like that. Like, I find clean girls very like health is wealth mentality. I need to
Mhm.
take care of myself so I can take care of others, and it's like
Yeah.
I really took that in as, oh, well, I want to be like that. If I can
Yeah.
take the best care of myself, I can take best care of
Yeah.
the people I love. And like, that was sort of
Yeah.
the driving, I guess,
Force.
like force gears
Yeah.
in my head. So I think it's really, really interesting,
Yeah.
those two points of view, because I hadn't even, like,
What they thought about
it's both, I admired the militancy, but at the same time, I envied, oh, it looks so easy for them.
Right, exactly.
Why is it being so difficult
Absolutely.
for me to find, like,
Oh.
Mhm.
this girl?
Yeah.
What are things off the top of your head that just scream clean girl?
Matcha. Which I
Pilates,
love.
Hot yoga.
Hot yoga, Pilates, aloe.
Oh, the ice
Lululemon.
plunge.
green juice.
The what? The
ice
plunge.
plunges, green juice.
Slick hair.
Oh, yeah, not this.
Skincare.
Like glossy skin.
Skincare.
Yeah, skincare.
What else? What else? What else? An aloe set.
Aloe set for
Immediately.
sure.
You guys name some. Leave
Oh,
them in the
yeah.
Oh,
comments.
period.
What were some initial hesitations about doing this thing for you guys?
Yeah,
Specifically,
start?
living
No, go
life,
ahead.
living life clean for a week.
Leaving.
What does that,
Ooh.
scare you?
I
if it
think
does.
one for me was definitely detox and juices and things like that. Because I love like a juice, but like I don't like green juice.
Not everybody to see,
you know
though.
what I mean? Like a mango juice, strawberry, anything that's like smoothie like. And one
Yeah.
thing about me, that's the other thing. Like anytime I would get a healthy smoothie, let me tell you my order. It's PB&J, chocolate, like protein powder, banana. Like it has to taste like a milkshake, or like it doesn't make sense. I think the juices was one of them, and the hair, and we'll get into it. The like yeah,
Yeah.
anything slick back, I was so afraid of
You
it.
were very hesitant
Really?
then. You were very like, ooh.
This was just
Yeah, and again, I do think it came from a place of fear, because it's so much easier to like hate something at a distance and not hate it. I feel like I'm being so, because I appreciate it from the aspirational sense, like love it for her, it's not for me.
Yeah.
But I think when it had to be for me, I was like, you guys want me to fail on screen? Like, fuck that.
What about you, Yana?
Waking up at 5 a.m.
Oh, yeah, girl.
I was like, I'm not ready for that. I don't want to do that. And in fact, it didn't happen.
It didn't.
It didn't happen.
It was
See,
terrible.
I wasn't, but the thing is, I don't know culture, and I wanted to ask you guys, because for example, Colombia is one of the countries that wakes up the earliest. Like,
Really?
there's
Like
college
in the
classes.
world?
Yeah, there's college
Ooh.
classes that will start at 6 a.m. Like, that's very normal.
Really?
Daycare start like max 7 a.m. Like, it's a country
What
that's
time does the workday start?
like, I'm not even kidding, I think like 8 a.m.
Wow.
Like, but the city is bustling already from like 6 a.m. And so I think I grew up with them in 10. That was really hard for me adapting here, especially in college, when it was like, yeah, on the weekends
Never.
we're waking up, like library opens at 10.
Yeah.
Hello, Starbucks was the earliest at 9. Like, I
Wow.
think I'm really used to a lifestyle that has to start before,
Really?
like at latest like 7:30.
Yeah.
Latest 7:30.
Wow.
But it's like, I think it's a cultural thing. Like, I'm not saying everybody does it, but like institutionally,
Yeah.
like so many things open at that
That's
time.
really
But I don't know.
interesting.
Yeah.
I had never.
Yeah.
factored that in.
Yeah.
At all. No, I think like I was terrified of the wake up. I never did it because you know. I tried.
Yes, we tried. Like it's not like we didn't try, but
Yeah, there's evidence. Go look at our
I
Jesus.
Instagram
tried.
page.
Okay, go look at her Instagram to see us try and fail. No, it was like I think what I was mainly so hesitant about was the consistency because I think I very much struggle with like the ebb and flow of I'm doing great today or not, and then the next day I am like
Yeah.
down in the I forget what the phrase is,
In
but
the
like
dumps.
down in the dumps.
Okay,
Thank
good.
you. Or like if I went to the gym the night before and like I couldn't lift as heavy, like I get really in my head about it. So I think more than anything, I was nervous about like training my brain of like didn't do that good
Yeah.
yesterday, you're gonna do great today.
Ooh.
Either way, like that sort of speak. And of course the wake up, which whatever wasn't my thing. What were we looking forward to, if
Oh.
anything, about Clean Girl Week?
To me, I think the consistency, like,
Really?
because I think remember I did used to wake up really early out of
Mhm.
necessity when we all
Yeah.
worked together because I lived so far away from my workplace that if I was gonna get anything done, like gym wise, well, like health wise,
Yeah.
it was the only time. So I'd wake up at 5, and I loved that period of my life that I felt so like in control of my life. I think that's what I really enjoyed. So I wanted
Yeah.
to like get that feeling back, especially like being unemployed all this time. So much like feels like it's just out of my control.
Yeah.
And so I was really looking forward to something that was gonna make me feel like.
can you talk
You're
more
good.
about that? Of like how
Yeah.
you'd wake up at 5 and then you'd like
Like-
break it down for us. What was
Yeah.
that
Like,
lifestyle?
okay. So the lifestyle was you wake up 5:05. You gotta give yourself those 5 extra minutes.
One snooze.
That's
No,
the
no
thing. One thing
snoozing.
about
Sorry, she
me
can't
is, and I've told people, my alarm is not, but it's one of the more intense. It's not the most intense, but it's one of those. And I wake up in a panic. I'm like, I don't snooze. I don't like snooze.
What a blessing.
I'm a paranoid sleeper, I think. But it's like toxic. I've told
Oh.
you, it's like the toxic productivity of it all. Like like not being in control of things. And so with this also, it's because the gym I go to is like classes. It's not like
Oh, yeah.
you show up and do whatever. And obviously there's that fee that if I signed up the night before and then I don't show up to class, those $10 start adding up. So
Yeah.
I also have that. And so I would wake up at 5:05. My gym is like 10 minutes away. My class would be 5:30. It's only 40 minutes.
God,
I'd get back
I'm
at like 6:10, shower, eat, then go to work. I didn't live 2 hours away, but it took me 2 hours to get to work.
But you
Wow.
had that like very specific wake up. I'm gonna go do
Every
my
single
thing,
day,
and
yeah,
then I'm going to
exactly.
work. Yeah, so you were a clean girl.
Yeah, you were.
Thanks, guys. But then I realized that wasn't sustainable because that didn't feel clean, girl. For example, I felt rushed. I was like 6 a.m. in the
Ooh,
car.
Really?
I'm
you
like
didn't have the
showering.
effortless.
It wasn't effortless, and I was like eating in the
Mm.
car as I'm driving, get to work, and it was really out of like not wanting to shower
At our job.
at our job, which I could have.
But so valid.
And so
I don't
I
want
had
to
Yeah,
to,
no, I mean,
exactly.
it's
And so then I
scary.
had to push back to 5 a.m. Like to make things work for me.
I think it's
She
really
was a dirty
interesting
girl.
that those like that experience in particular
Yeah.
of I think it's really interesting when you said of like you were doing the said clean girl thing of I'm going to Pilates, I'm waking up
Yeah.
early, I'm doing the thing, I'm going to work right after. I've started my day in the best way possible, and yet
It
I
didn't feel
feel not in the same way accomplished as I wish I felt. Or
good.
something
Literally,
like that.
it felt so erratic. Like there was
Yeah.
nothing about it felt like I'm getting my.
But I feel
Thank you.
like when at least when you started, you really liked it, and you did
No,
have more energy,
yeah.
and you would share that with
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
Of
yeah.
like, I actually love this new
Yeah.
like schedule that I have
Yeah.
found.
But I think it was the waking up early of it all that it was like it made
Yeah.
sense that now I didn't have to come home and figure my shit out because getting home for me was like 7:38, and at that point the classes were done, both Pilates or
Right.
the place I go to.
Yeah.
So I do think the health of it, I felt really good,
Mhm.
right? But I do think the timing of it just felt like dun 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 dun. But I think you're right. Like it was a really exciting thing to be like, oh, but I'm being healthy. I'm doing like I'm working out,
Mhm.
and I've notoriously never worked out in my life. I think that's like
Notoriously.
notoriously.
She's known for
Like I'm known for being like, why would you do that?
In a similar way, like looking forward to the routine.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I had when I first started, I'm in a newer job now.
Mm-hmm.
When I first started my job, I was doing really well about like I'm waking up early, I'm getting a walk in because I work mainly remote. and even my office is like a couple minutes from my house.
Yeah.
But I was like doing well about. I wake up early. I
Yeah.
have my, my morning walk. I get my 2 miles. I make my coffee. I sit on my little ledge
Yeah.
outside and like
Aw.
watch the cars. Like I had been doing that for so long, and then I went on a trip and never did it again. Went on a trip, came back,
so
and
bad.
never did it again. It just died off. And I've been wanting to get back into it for weeks, and would set my alarm for not 5 a.m. for 7. Still can't get up. So I was really like eager to kind of challenge myself to get back into the routine. Did the routine happen? No, but we'll get back into that. But I think I was just really looking forward to like, okay, Victoria, like you gotta get back in it.
Yeah.
You gotta get back on the horse. Like this is your moment.
Yeah.
Give it a try.
This is your moment.
This is your moment. And yeah, I thought that was like a really fun challenge. And I think more than anything, that's what I was really looking forward to.
Yeah, Nins.
I was looking forward to the aesthetic.
Oh, I love that.
Oh,
Period. Speak
okay.
your truth. Speak your
Listen,
truth.
it's very actress of me. I was looking
Oh,
forward
love.
to putting on a costume,
Love.
to like seeing if that changed my mood or
Yeah.
my confidence.
That's
It did.
Oh,
Really?
It did. Yeah, I felt like having a role, like a specific, like
I
today I'm a
love
clean
that.
girl and I'm gonna do my hair a certain way and I'm
Yeah.
gonna dress a certain way. I was showing up very like confident. Like I know my role. I know the attitude that I'm taking
But
on.
then I have a question. Do you feel like
Okay.
you had to fake it till you make it? Or like
Yeah.
come on. Okay, no, but that's exactly. Like, you know, like
Yeah, no, super
Interesting.
valid question. Absolutely. Because
Uh-huh.
I, similar to you guys, was like,
yeah.
it's not, I've never felt identified by that, like,
Yeah.
clean girl aesthetic. It's just not me. I like
Yeah.
patterns. I like colors.
Yes.
I like the messiness of life. So
Of
it's like,
course.
I just have never felt called to do it.
Yeah.
It's never felt like me, right? But I was excited to try something new and try on a new role and kind of
Yeah.
just be like, ooh, like what is this gonna
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
like? Am I gonna love it or hate
Yeah.
it? Funny story, someone at work, the first day, you guys already know this, I'm gonna share it with the podcast. We all used to work together. There's
Yeah.
this lady that works with us. She's typical Hispanic tia.
Love her.
And I
Love
did
her.
my hair with like, my hair was not dirty enough to do like a slick back bun. I couldn't do it. So I got a headband and I just did like a little headband
Yeah.
moment, which I think is still part of the aesthetic. Like I think it
Absolutely.
applies.
I agree.
And this woman looks at me and she's like, con eso en la cabeza luces que tienes un dolor de cabeza.
Ay,
It looks like you
no.
have a headache. I was like,
You said what?
okay. I was like, how do you come up with these things? It's so funny. She comes back. Con eso en la cabeza luces como una malcriada. You look like a spoiled brat. I was like, oh shit.
Oh my
Shots
Lord.
fired.
And we say this with all the love in the world.
No, we
Oh,
said
that's my
All
favorite
the
person
love in
at
the
work.
world.
Literally.
She
That's
takes care
my
of
favorite
us.
person.
favorite person, period.
Love her to
Absolutely.
death.
Absolutely.
I think that's a great kind of transition into what did we actually
Oh.
do?
Yes.
How were we actually
Yes.
clean?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because I, for one, feel like I didn't do 3/4 of it.
That's
personally.
no.
I think
I feel like you did.
but I feel like I didn't do 3/4 of it. I put my alarm every day for 6:30.
Mm.
I
Oh, so you
woke
didn't
up
even
at
try the 5 a.m.
no, I didn't even
The truth comes
the
out.
5 a.m. I was like, this isn't happening. I was like, my version of 5 will be 6:30. Couldn't do that. I would mute my alarm until a crisp 9:15
Ooh.
every morning. Every morning. 9:15.
That's actually worse than me.
It's worse. It's terrible. I got up at 7:30 once, and
Oh
it was
my God.
7:30. It's not like I'm,
Yeah.
cracking dawn.
No.
The sun is bright outside,
Yeah.
and that was the one day I went on my walk. The
Vic,
one day.
that's the thing though. I cannot wake up if the sun is not out. If my eyes are open and it's still
And
dark
it's still
outside,
dark, I'm
I'm
not
going
going
back to sleep.
outside.
Can I
I'm
say, hear me out in a hot take?
Please.
If anything, that's what I love about
Absolutely
it.
not.
I can't with you.
But I think it's a
Absolutely not.
superiority thing, like knowing
Oh,
that
yeah.
it's like so
I'm
I'm out
up.
here and y'all are sleeping.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah.
I remember
I can
like
get
when I
that.
used to do it, and it felt and it like on top of that, coming back just feels so good. Having somebody wake up like they're sleepy at like it feels what it feels like very American.
Yeah, you're
Psycho
like, wake up,
of me,
bitch.
You know.
American yeah.
American
Yeah.
Psycho, but that you're kind of like, I've already had my green juice, I already worked out, I already did
Yeah.
all these things, and what were you doing? Slumbering? Okay, like
Yeah.
you know,
No,
But that
completely.
is
I love-
literally the like hyper masculinity toxic
Yes.
influencer that's like you can sleep when you're dead. Don't sleep. You gotta work till 3 a.m.
But it's really funny because I love sleep, but it is like, it felt like a thrill, like a rush of like,
Really?
I love driving in my car to the gym and it's pitch
Dark.
black outside. I feel like a rush. I don't feel like, oh, but I could be
Really?
sleeping.
Simple pleasures in life.
It really feels like a little, like, I feel like that's what runners feel like. When you're saying the runner high.
But no, it was like I was getting really down and out of myself every morning because I was like, why the hell can't I just wake up?
Yeah.
Like, just wake up, like
Just wake up.
like
You and your consciousness?
like I would be so frustrated, and then it's like
Wait, is that what your internal dialogue
No, for
sounds
sure,
when
it
you're like,
was-
you're just like,
just wake up. Oh
that
my
was
God.
literally me, probably in my dream, like saying it to myself in my head.
Mine is like, come on, Diana, you can do it.
Oh,
Like,
she's
come on, Diana,
supportive.
just, like,
And that's
I like
so
it.
good.
She believes
No,
in
but she
you.
never.
Well, this one didn't
Keep
either.
sleeping.
This one was like, wake up,
Oh
wake
my-
up, and I was like, no,
Oh.
like, and I would get like every day. I was so
You have
frustrated.
Shia LaBeouf in your head.
Shia LaBeouf was in
Glasses
my
up
head.
here.
He was so over it with me. He was
Oh
done.
my God.
But, and then it was like I was trying to eat clean. I think that's really.
But you were better. I don't think Diana. Well, actually, I'm actually. But there was no record of it.
She fully said Diana did not eat good. I know that for a
I
fact.
said Diana and me. Well, because you put a record of it, so I'm like, I know she's right. I didn't. No. I didn't go home and I'm like, Whole Foods. No, like whatever's in the kitchen. We're dealing with that.
Yeah.
So I think you were really good
No,
at that.
It was like
with fueling your body.
Sure. Period. With my frozen green beans that came in clutch. No, I feel like I get, especially with food,
Yeah.
like I get really, really tough on myself.
Yeah.
Like when something's greasy, when something's whatever, blah blah. And so I like batch cooked
Yeah.
this like super simple green beans and some like cut up chicken sausage. That was the whole week.
Yeah.
The whole week. And it was actually convenient.
Like every single day of the week, you ate that.
Every single day of the week for
The judgment.
dinner. She went,
No.
what?
Did you really just eat the same thing every day this week?
She went,
Wait till she finds out about meal prepping.
oh no.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, I thought meal prepping was like you do like
Oh,
twice,
no, that
like
could do-
2
you
days in
could
the
do
week,
that.
or like
That's the smart
not
thing
the
to do.
okay, but you said the entire one.
But
Yeah,
I was
no. Your
you know
journey.
what?
I love
She's
that.
ready. I would rather die.
And
She's
then she
like,
really
I'm
said,
not
"What?"
eating the same thing every fucking day.
No, not necessarily. I think I would. It's not green
If
beans.
there was a gun to my head.
But we know how I feel about greens.
Oh,
so I don't.
see.
I think it's the green beans that got
Maybe
me.
it's the green
If you had like a
beans.
different kind of side salad, I think I would be okay with
I
that.
didn't have that. I'm
But
sorry.
no, your journey. I respect it.
But I think, and this was something I had sent. I think I sent the clip, but it was conveniently my boss's birthday, and it was like a truckload of sweets came to his door. Now I'm not somebody that's like
Ooh, what
into
kind of
sweets like
sweets?
that. Think like cupcakes, cookies, like
Ooh,
everything you can think of.
dessert.
Desserts. I
Done.
never had too much of a sweet tooth, but
Look
I
at you.
love a cookie.
Ooh.
She loves a
Love
cookie.
And they were these huge, not like think of a crumble sized cookie, like
Oh.
those big cakey type things.
Sponsor us.
But I got
He brought
really
all these
in
sweets,
my
yeah.
head when it was like, oh, I'm supposed to be clean, but I really
Oh, you
want
did
a
send a
cookie.
clip. I saw you eating your sweet treat. It was
And
cute.
it was kind of like an internal, like little mini battle there of like, well, I'm supposed to be like a clean girl. Like, would a clean girl like
Do this?
interrupt the balance with
Yeah.
a cookie?
Damn.
And I like it was a moment there, and I'm like, well,
Whatever.
whatever, I'm gonna enjoy the cookie. But I think watching the clips after, I was like, but I ate a cookie.
Oh, you felt like shame.
Like I felt
Murder.
shame. That's what I felt in my
shame.
head.
You were like being walked down
Yes.
the streets
Like
of
it was like
Westeros.
some, with the pickets. Like shame, Victoria for eating a cookie.
Oh.
And I loved the cookie, and I'm glad I had it. But the rest of the week, I was like, I had a cookie. I can't like eat anything else, which is terrible.
Yeah.
Which is terrible. And I think that wasn't a highlight of my week at all.
Yeah.
But I think in the reverse of I got really consistent with the gym, and I hadn't gone to the gym also since my trip. That trip did something to me.
It rewired your brain.
It rewired my brain, I guess.
But I think in a good way.
I think in a good way too. But like it was so nice because that gym is really small. Like it's always the same people in
Mhm.
there, and it was so nice to kind of see
See them.
everybody, and people were asking me where I had been, and it was like a really sweet like way to go back in. And I remember like I love going to that gym, and I was anxious like walking in, like I haven't done this, I'm out of practice, but then like I got back into the groove, and that was really cool. So I think it was like while while like I liked doing the clean girl things, I think it was also like trying to find a rhythm
Mm.
and like what was working for me, because there was like kind of like what we touched on earlier, I had this image of what
Yeah.
that clean girl is, and
Yeah.
the moments I did like do that image of I got the iced coffee in the morning and I had my moment. I did do one early morning walk at like 7 a.m.
Iconic.
But those moments were super celebratory. But then on the flip side, when I didn't achieve that vision of what I had in my head, I got really down and out about it, and would have to like okay, like it's fine, like I'm still me, I'm still valid, like all of that sort of stuff. It was an interesting kind of week for sure with all the activities. What did you get
Yeah.
up to?
No, I mean it's very similar.
you.
I think okay, I think for me it was like trying to wake up early every day, and then it just like didn't work out. And then one day my body really was rooting for me,
Yeah.
and at 5:30 I woke up, and I was kind of like, no way that I just naturally woke up at this time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sun was not out, and so I was like, I'm going back to sleep. I don't give a fuck. My alarm was not set for this.
Yeah.
My alarm, I think, was set for 6:30 as well, just because it logistically it didn't make sense for me to wake up so early.
Yeah.
But I just like it. The concept of like my body was like, we're ready, and I went, no, we're not. Let's go back to sleep, and then yeah, I just tried to do it, and honestly, it just didn't work out. Even like one day that I was trying to like, okay, so I'll have a little skinny girl salad, and then I was like, actually, I want like crispy rice sushi, and I'm gonna treat myself to it.
I will say, I think you are someone that carries and like pre-experiment that balance very well. That it's like, because like being your friend, and also when we used to work together, like we work consistently together. I think you're someone that really listens to your body and like how you're feeling. So to you, it's not like I'm doing this because I have to meet a certain standard, but you'd be waking up like that headband you've worn before. And I love
before. I have worn
like you'd wear aesthetics like that because that's just how you felt that morning. And if you wanted to have a salad, you'd be having a salad, but not from a place of like
rigidity.
Exactly. So I think you, in that sense, have always carried that balance. To me, at least, a little bit of like understanding yourself and your body and listening to it instead of listening to like outside.
Yeah. I think for me, I know very well like that I struggle with consistency and like that sort of like rigidity, discipline because I think like especially for women, our cycles are such an influential part of how we feel and how you're gonna wake up. And so like I'm not gonna try to force something that's not gonna feel good. And that's kind of how I approach this as well. Like I was not beating myself up if something didn't work out. I think I definitely felt a little bit bad because I was like, damn, I'm really dropping the ball on this waking up early thing. Like it's not working out. And the earliest was I think 7:30 one day, and all I had time was like to shower before work, which I usually shower
I'm like,
after.
what does that mean?
I usually shower after. It's not part of my normal schedule, but I actually loved the shower in the morning. It helped to wake me up. I did feel more fresh. That day I bumped into a cute boy.
Shout out, cute boy.
Shout out, cute boy, please. I hope I see you again. But yeah, no, I thought it was fine. I just like it was a confirmation of like not for me. And then most of my life is just work. So there's not office job, corporate America.
I think for me, well, first the wake up, I also didn't make sense for me logistically. As we've mentioned multiple times, I'm unemployed. I was like, what am I
unemployed?
Unemployed. But I swear, I thought about it. I was like, yeah, let me put the alarm. But I was like, and do what? Like I wake up, I do all these things, and then I'm just gonna have to go back to bed because, like, you know. But in my family, I have a younger sister, and so she's still in high school, and so she does have to wake up like, let's say, like 6. So naturally, I just didn't put my earplugs in and hope, and like that's how I would wake up. But when I didn't hold myself to that because I was like, bitch, be fucking for real. Like you have nothing to do with yourself. But I did have like with the, and I think a part of me knew I was gonna struggle with this, but you know me, I love a bit, and I think I'm someone that loves like hiding herself behind like comedy and like I love being self-deprecating, and so I think, and I had sent them. You guys didn't see these clips because I fully crashed out afterwards.
We did
But
not have
when I was doing the
right to
slick
post.
hair, I was like having fun with it in the video, like laughing. But then after I watched it back, I started crying. I'm not even kidding.
No,
I
Andrea.
like crashed out. No, I crashed out so bad. I remember like I texted my friend and I was like, I don't know if I can do this podcast if I'm having to put myself through these things of like seeing myself in a way that I don't want to see myself. And like I had my,
But what is the don't?
I think it's that, well, one thing is like I think I'm someone that is obsessed with like physical
100%.
beauty.
Okay.
And it's something I need to work through. We all
No,
know
but
this.
okay, but also just like you were saying that in Colombia, culturally people wake up earlier and that
Yeah.
influences the way that you view
Right.
life. There
Yeah.
are pretty difficult and hard to like
Yeah.
follow beauty standards in
Yeah.
Colombia. You can't take full credit for like that's just the world you were born into.
Yes.
Like
I agree, and I think that definitely has
Yeah.
of like why I like focus so much on like think the way things look. And so I think when it comes to myself, especially the clean girl really got me because it was like a lot of girls do this as like, oh, let me like my hair just doesn't look good today, so like let me do this. I swear, as I was doing it, and I was looking at my face, I was like, this just doesn't look good on me. And it's like, and if this is what people resort to when it's like, well, like an easy throwaway thing, but it was so difficult and made me feel so like ugly. Sorry, I'm not gonna cry, but like that was just my I was like crashing out because I was like, I can't believe I can't, like I knew I couldn't meet the standard, but then having to try it and like confirm that was like, oh, and I was so annoyed at myself. And also one thing is like I really struggle with acne, and I think part of the whole aesthetic is like, you know, the glossy skin, and it's like wear no makeup, but wearing no makeup implicates having, or like to me it was like it implicates having perfectly clear skin, because if not, like that's what makeup's for. You cover it up and it's fine. But no, and I remember like after I had my crash head, I was like, I can't believe that. Like I had a moment where I was like, that was psychotic. Why did I start crying over that? Like that was so silly. Like you're just having fun.
I don't think it was silly. I think you genuinely, maybe, and this is just psycho rabble, but like I think you really wanted to. I just want to be like them.
I think exactly.
Like
Absolutely.
it was that in your inside.
I think it speaks more to like how rigid this lifestyle and this aesthetic is. Why is it that there's only one hairstyle that we can think of that qualifies? Why can't Vic wear her beautiful curls out and that qualifies as clean girl as well, you know? Or your beautiful curls, you know, like it's like the fact that we felt, because we all have mentioned this, like back bun and the glowy skin and the weight gain of 5 it's a cookie cutter mold, but it's so specific. And if you don't fit it, then you fail. I don't think that's fair.
But I think that's what I had afterwards of what you're saying. I think you've told me this once. We've had this conversation of like, there's brands of people. Like you have to know your brand as a person that speaks to your personality, the way you, like it's not superficial at all. It's also just morals, values, anything. Like we as people are brands. And I think after my crash out of being like, I can't, like I hated having to do that, and like I don't want people to see me with this hair that I don't feel like I look good in. I had a moment where I was like, no, but there's a reason you don't wear that. Like you like your hair loosey goosey, like you like wearing crazy patterns, and like some people will be like, that doesn't match. To me, it makes me feel good, and it's like it just. I had a moment of being like, why would I like if the hole's like this, like why try to force it when you can force your weight? Because I did it. Like nobody can be like, you didn't do it. But I didn't feel good with it, so it just felt like my own prejudices against myself aside, it's like if something doesn't feel good, you don't need to keep like
forcing it.
Just be like, no, I look good with other things, and I feel good with other things.
It sounds like we all kind of came together and learned was like everybody has their own definition of clean. Like you don't have to fit this cookie cutter clean girl TikTok perfection. That I think I can't remember words right now, but like what the internet tells you, what the internet presents to you, and like we tend to absorb as like that's the thing, and I need to be like that. Like I think what we've all kind of realized throughout this week was very much like we have our own ways of being clean, being put together, living life, and like feeling all together and all complete. And I think it's like I struggle in the same way with like a slick back because hello. Like, and I think it's really, really interesting that like I too don't love my hair like that. I love my hair like this. But then I
Mhm.
have had those moments where I go out and I've been to a Pilates class, to
Yeah.
a bar, to an event, and I immediately feel self conscious
Mm.
because everybody's slick back, braids, pelo
Yeah.
lacio, like things that I can't
Yeah.
attain just biologically.
Yeah.
So thank you for
Yeah.
sharing that and telling that because I think it was kind of a big reminder and like
Yeah.
a lesson to all of us in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Period.
Do you think there's a happy medium
I do.
with said the TikTok way and then your own personal clean girling?
Ooh. Well, I think that's a hard one because I will say to everything you were saying before, my change of heart or like my conclusion post this was like, it's not an aesthetic, it is a lifestyle, right? And it's like,
Mhm.
I love the idea of like, for example, because this week I got a facial that
Love.
week, I did my nails, and like making space for myself was so good. And I was
Yeah.
like, and it had nothing to do with like superficiality, but like
Mhm.
it feels good when like life is so erratic and things to be able to like, no, I'm gonna set time aside to
Yeah.
take care of my skin, take care of my hair, because it's like it makes me feel good. Not that I
Yeah.
need compliments or like people to notice it, but I notice it, right? And so in that way, I was like, as a lifestyle, I do think it's important to prioritize
Those
yourself.
moments, yeah.
And I think the clean girl aesthetic kind of
Does that really
does
work?
Yeah.
it does that really well, but like giving you a space to do it without it seeming like selfish. You know what I
Right.
mean? To a certain
Mhm.
degree.
Mm-hmm.
I guess when you like between the TikTok aesthetic and like real life, I guess that would be the balance.
Yeah.
Not calling it an aesthetic,
Mm-hmm.
but more so like assuming it as like a portion of your life you're gonna hold space for.
Yeah. Love that.
I think.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. Just the importance
drop.
of be yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do what feels good to
No.
you.
Do what feels good to you.
100%.
Exactly.
Take care of yourself. Do what feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure. I think like I completely agree. I think more than anything, and I was telling you guys actually, it was
Yeah.
like this week I had a cleaner
Yeah.
week
Post.
than the week we were doing all the activities and stuff. And I finally got up at 6:30 and then went to a hot Pilates class. And I think it was like more than the activity itself.
Yeah.
I loved knowing I was awake and I did something for myself. Not because it was the Pilates class, not because it was, I wore the set or I did the thing. Like it was more, I'm up. I did something for me.
Exactly. Yeah.
I started my weekend for me, with me, just me.
Oh,
And I loved that.
I like that.
And I had my little ledge sit that I hadn't had in so long and drank my coffee. So I think, yeah, like it is truly a lifestyle, but I think we all have the freedom to choose what lifestyle works for us, what looks work for us.
Absolutely.
And I think I don't know, that's something really beautiful that
Me too.
I wish was more online than
Girl
the
power.
perfect.
Yeah.
En resumidas cuentas, it's voting time.
Oh.
Do we all need to be clean girls?
Damn.
No, I don't think it's for everybody.
But that's the thing. It's like it goes back. Like, do
I
we have
say
a new
yes
definition
with an
for it?
asterisk.
Exactly.
And the
Okay.
footnote at the bottom.
Or is it like
Okay,
a
what's your
TikTok?
footnote?
My footnote is whatever makes you feel clean. Not what the internet says.
I would agree with
okay.
that.
Not what your For You page threw at you.
Yes.
Not what the latest ad told you, because
Yeah,
that's literally
no.
their job to sell you something. Find what works for you. Whether it's a ledge sit or waking up or
Yeah,
waking
because
up
for example,
later.
I can't afford that. I think
Here
it's what you're saying. It's
first.
like whatever is accessible and like and what your definition of clean girl
Yeah.
is.
No, for sure.
You know,
Love.
because this clean girl is gonna keep wearing makeup and she loves it and she feels good in it when she's out in the world.
Yeah.
You know,
So I guess the tally goes yes with an asterisk.
with an asterisk. Well,
I
organics is
still
still
no.
okay.
I
Fair.
don't know.
Fair.
I don't think it's for everybody. I think if it works for you, congratulations.
Yeah.
I don't think it's sustainable for
Everyone.
It's not,
everybody
yeah.
at all. And I don't think you should feel like it made me really sad hearing you guys talk about like how pressured you felt to not enjoy your cookie and then all the shame that you dealt with, and then how you were also kind of like, oh my god, this fucking hairstyle, and like I'm just kind of like no,
It doesn't.
no.
Yeah.
My vote is no.
I love the. Yeah, no, the people's princess.
We have our votes. The
We
votes
have
are
our
in.
votes. Yeah, I think.
What is your vote?
Yeah, what's your vote? Vote in
Vote below.
Drop your vote.
But yeah,
Do you need to be clean?
not as a what would I call it? As a mental because a lifestyle would require every day, and I agree. The consistency is hard. I think for me, if it's like as a mental state,
Oh, like a mindset?
a mindset, clean girl mindset for your life, I think that's fair. And I
Sure.
will vote yes.
Okay.
Because, well, can you have a day off in a mindset?
No. No.
Yes. Because I'm sitting here and I think you're right. I'm like, I would, like, they're not sharing it online, but I'm like, you guys don't have messy rooms sometimes. So it is hard. I'm like, I think I'm stuck in the middle.
Yeah.
Because I want girly pops to prioritize themselves, but I'm also like, but if the world gets to, like, I don't know, you know.
So we have a no, yes, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. I'm so tibia. Like I'll never.
Lukewarm.
I will leave my yes with the footnote.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes with footnote. So to end our episode today, it's our object of gratitude, where we name, or we thank something, someone from the week. Andrea.
Oh.
Thank you mute function on the iPhone.
Okay.
Love.
That's mine.
I would like to thank the pumpkin spice sauce that came in the mail from Amazon, because I really wanted a PSL, but can I spend money on a PSL every day? No, ma'am.
My object of gratitude is my headband.
Oh, I love that.
Snaps for the headband.
Thank you, headband. You got me through my week.
I love that. It was holding not just the hair together, but
holding
all of our
me
spirits
all together.
I love that. Period.
Well, that's the end of our episode today. Thanks for
Hope
watching our first a fish episode. Love us. Tune in next
in 2 weeks
for our next episode.
I do want to do a quick call to action. I want our friends to please comment below their thoughts on the clean girl aesthetic.
Please.
Yeah.
Don't
Join
get
the
lazy.
Conversation.
Join the conversation. I know some of y'all are going to have some very interesting takes on this.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think about this.
Yay! I'm so curious.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great week.
Bye.
See you next time.